It's good, y'all. It's your boy, Cozy Boy Don, man. We back again with another video. And today, we finna discuss the state of the NBA. As you see the title, is this what parity looks like in the NBA? And this is a new thing that we're going to do called the check-in. The NBA season so far has been fun. A lot of unexpected things have gone down. And going into the season, we were expecting really mostly like the Lakers, the Heat, the Nets, and the Bucks really to be, and the Suns really to just be running the race, getting everybody up out of there, and it just being one of those type of seasons. But it hasn't been that way so far. The Lakers are, as of right now, under 500. They're 8-9. And the Nets are tied for first in the East, but they look very, very beatable. I don't know if they'll be beatable for a long period of time, but right now they look beatable. And only a month into the season, this is what I like to call the check-in. We finna check in on, bounce around the league, see what's going on and things of that nature. And we're going to discuss what's been going on in my mind and the way I've been thinking about what teams have been doing, who's been hooping, who hasn't been hooping, and everything of that nature. So without further ado, go ahead and like the video. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit the sub button, hit the bell to be notified when I drop new videos. But other than that, man, sit back, relax, and get cozy with your boy Don, man, and we finna get straight into it, my boy. Hey, so we're gonna get straight into it. We're gonna start off with who's been torching the league, our MVP candidates. And really, we already know the top three for real. If you don't know, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Nikola Jokic. Start off with Steph Curry. This is simply put it, the Warriors are back, right? They're back. They lost 2 games. They're 14-2. And Steph has been the rabbit that held the gun for the Warriors so far this season. He's averaging 29.5 points a game, 6 assists, 6 boards, and on the sneaky tip, he's been playing some solid defense. And just to quantify how good Steph has been so far, bro, like legit how good Steph has been so far, he's had 40 plus 3 times already. He had 50 against the Hawks. And this week, he had 40 twice in a week. He had 40 last Friday against the Bulls. And last night, Thursday, he had 40 against the Cavaliers. And he had 50 against the Hawks the week before that. And he could have had 40 against the Nets. But they took him out. The game was basically over with. So it's safe to say Steph Curry has been the best show in basketball. Moving on to KD on a sneaky tip as well, he's putting together his best season ever. Like legitimate. He's averaging 29 points, 8 boards, 5 assists a game. The Nets, like I said, they look beatable more times than not on a given night. KD's gonna carry the scoring load. It looks like James Harden is starting to get back into his groove, recovering from injury and things like that. But early season, KD had the ball in his hands. He was going dummy. And just to bro, KD's so insane. He's so insane, bro. 7 foot tall, can handle, shoot, pass, do every single thing on the court, and he make it look so easy, bro. He makes it look so easy, bro. Oh my goodness. And mind you, he's coming off of Achilles tear from 2 years ago. He's 33 years old. And he's averaging, I'm gonna round it up. He's averaging 30 on 56% shooting from the field and 42% from the 3. So, yeah, man, KD's being KD. So, number 2 on the MVP list. And number 3, my boy, Big Honey, Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic has been splendid, bro. He's putting up damn near the same numbers he did last year, and he won the MVP. He's the reigning MVP. And the Nuggets have been without their 2 best other players, Michael Porter Jr., who sucked really in his first 9 games. Apparently he was hurt because he's out right now with a back injury. And Jamal Murray is obviously still recovering from his torn ACL. And it's really just Nikola Jokic and the core guys trying to get out wins until everybody's back at full strength and they can go full go in the West. So Nikola Jokic has been keeping them boys afloat, dominating in the post, getting whatever he wants whenever he wants, diming you up still. And his defense has gotten better. He's a little bit more active. He's moving his feet a little bit more. He always had active hands. He's playing a little bit higher to pick and rolls, and he's just been playing like one of the best bigs in the league. So he gets you know what I'm saying, my love for the MVP vote. And some of our honorable mentions, bro. Honorable mentions. Paul George, PG, MVPG. They're playing like it for the Clippers. No Kawhi, obviously, with the torn ACL. And Paul George has carried this team on his back. And they're in the playoff picture right now. And bro, he does everything. If you wanted him to guard the best player on defense, he got that. If you want him to ISO, he got that. Pick and roll, he got that. Spot up and shoot, he got that. If you need a bucket, he got that, bro. He got everything, bro. Like, he's got everything, dog. He's got everything, dog. So it's like, as soon as he comes out the game, bro, they just, everything goes to complete poop. It just goes straight to poop, bro. So you get your flowers for MVP, PG. Keep doing your thing. And my last honorable mention goes to a duo who I owe a big apology to because I was underrating the Chicago Bulls. Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, y'all been hooping. Like, y'all been giving niggas the business. Both of y'all averaging 26 a game. And the way they doing it is so nasty too, bro. They just get to their spot, boogie, step back mid-range, step back tray for Zach LaVine, get to the cup, boom on you, lay on you, do whatever they want to do. And they've been playing like it. They've been playing defense too, and we're going to talk about them a little bit more later on, but I want to give my flowers to them too as well. All right, moving on from our MVPs and showing love, I got some questions, bro. Real questions, bro. Calling this, what's up with y'all, bro? What's going on? What y'all doing, bro? And first, we already know who first on this list. The Los Angeles Lakers. What's up with y'all, bro? What kind of business y'all got going, man? What kind of business y'all running over there? Like I said in the opening, 8-9, under 500, right? I know they haven't had LeBron for a majority of this season so far. He's had an abdominal strain, ankle, but still, you got AD and you got Russ. So I'm expecting y'all to still steamroll, especially with some of the easy games that they had. Like, there's no excuse for losing to the Thunder twice. They lost to the Thunder twice, one at home, one on the road. They damn near lost to the Rockets, who are the worst team in the NBA. They almost lost to the Hornets. They had a lot of close calls. They got blown out by the Timberwolves, and until these last 3 games, they had a lot of winnable games that either they were like extremely close or they got their ass kicked, or they kind of just lost it at the end. And it's getting to the point where we're 17 games into the season for them, and LeBron's just coming back, and it's gonna take a little bit of time. I'm still holding out hope that the Lakers can get their shit together, but they're running out of time. Now, once you get to 1/4 into the quarter into the season, it's like, bro, we here. We jailed already. We gotta get consistent. We gotta stay healthy and things like that. They haven't even gotten healthy yet, so I got a lot of questions, bro. They're not connected on defense. Offense, the spacing is terrible, bro. The spacing is awful. Like, it's so bad that it's hindering Anthony Davis. There's been like multiple times where they're trying to get an entry past AD, especially with Russ or Rondo or somebody who can't shoot the 3 ball. His defender's just gonna back up. We finna just back up. And we gonna front the post, front and back the post, because you're not getting the ball in. No way, no sir, you're not getting the ball in, and it's really hindered AD. They sometimes can't even get entry passes in. They sometimes just force Russ to shoot a terrible shot or Rondo to shoot a terrible shot. It's just ugly, bro. Need to get it together. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna keep like just relying on LeBron to be. I'm here, I'm back, I'm finna save everything. So, questions about them. After that, go a little bit further down the slope. We're gonna talk about the Indiana Pacers. And that's my complete feelings about the Indiana Pacers. I have really no words for them. They need to blow it up. And I know this has been a popular thing to say, but the reason why I say they need to blow it up is because they're not a bad team, but they're in this purgatory. I know because the Wizards were in purgatory for a little minute. We're going to talk about them a little bit later. They were not good enough to be an actual contender, but they're not bad enough to be in the lottery, a high lottery pick, or a chance to get a high lottery pick and be able to get a future young star. Domantas Sabonis is their future, is their younger star. But they have a lot of like solid pieces around them, but it's not working. Like it's to the point where it's like they're just putting a team together just for the sake of being competitive to get money for playoff tickets. Like being like completely dead serious. That's how I feel. Need to blow the shit up. You got so many quality guys that you could trade off and you can get a lot of stuff back for. So that's where I'm at with the Pacers. And lastly, the New Orleans Pelicans. New Orleans Pelicans have been the biggest shit show in the NBA. And most of it has to do with like not even like the product on the court. The product on the court is bad. They're 2-14. Yeah, they won 2 games. But the bigger storyline for them has been the Zion stuff. Like the Zion stuff is concerning. Zion, their first overall pick, their franchise player after Anthony Davis. And since the jump, that front office didn't mismanaged a whole lot, bro. They mismanaged a whole lot from the jump. Like from rookie year, first game, he hot, he rolling. He came in hurt. He's been hurt every year, and it's concerning because he's a hell of a productive player. He was an all-star last year. He was an all-star in his second year, but he can't stay healthy. And I feel like they're babying him and coddling him and making it seem like it's okay, and it seems like there's no foot up his ass to get him going, and I think he needs that. He needs an awakening. He needs somebody. Come on, bro, get on your shit, bro. You're supposed to be our top of the line guy leading the team, and he hasn't been that. So I'm not really expecting, because he's been three seasons in, but it don't look good at all. So it's looking bad. And Brandon Ingram, I feel bad for Brandon Ingram, Willie Green, and all those other guys because they mismanaged a whole lot, like the Lonzo situation. And we're going to stop talking about the Pelicans because they're a shit show. So let's get back positive, okay? I know that was a bit ranty and things like that, but some things need to be said, you know what I'm saying? So moving on from that, we got sunshine and rainbows. Pleasant surprises for me this year so far. Number one, start with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, right now, they looking like they're going to be in the midst of going back down the standings, and it sucks because injuries. It's not because of a lack of being good. Injuries, bro. Jarrett Allen is sick. Evan Mobley sprained his elbow, so he's out for 2 to 4 weeks. Jetty Osman's hurt. And then Colin Sexton is out for the season now. So it sucks because they were on a roll. Darius Garland has been special. Ricky Rubio has been special. Evan Mobley's been special. It sucks because they've been really, really fun to watch. They've been good. A good story. If you haven't checked out my kind of in-depth video about the Cavaliers, I'm gonna leave it in the car over this way. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and check that out. You feel me? For a more in-depth look at their team and what they were doing early on in the season before all the damn injuries started. So kudos to the Cavaliers. Next, Washington Wizards. Washington Wizards were a team that I was high on going into the season. Just based off of the roster they had last year, full of outside of Brad, Russ, Rui, and maybe 3 or 4 other guys. G League roster. Now they're full of quality NBA role players or just NBA players. You turned Russell Westbrook into 4 or 5 guys. You turn them into Montrez, Kuz, KCP, Aaron Holiday, all from that one trade. You got a former 6th Man of the Year, a talented younger player. I'm not saying young player because Kuzma's like 25, 26. A younger player. And then you get a vet that's a defensive ace. And then you get a first-round pick. Like, come on now, dog. That's a big haul. For Russell Westbrook, that's a big haul. And they flipped John Wall, who has an untradeable contract now. He's not even playing for the Rockets now. They turned that into Russell Westbrook, and they turned Russell Westbrook into quality players. So, kudos to the Wizards. They're on a hot streak right now. They're deep. They're they're all around the same age group. They're gelling well. They're moving and shaking. You know what I'm saying? And it's happy to see that the Wizards is back. And lastly, the obvious for me, the Golden State Warriors. Going into the season, I had the Warriors being around like the 5th, 6th, 7th seed because I wasn't sure what the team was going to look like. But I was wrong. I feel like Like everybody was probably wrong. This roster, they're legitimately like 15 deep. Like with the guys that are out, they're 15 deep. They've been playing 13 deep. Like for real, like 13 deep, bro. Like if you think about it, you got the star five. You got Steph, Jordan Poole, Wiggins, Draymond, and then you got Kevin Looney. And then you got the bench, Nemanja Bjelica, Otto Porter, Andre Iguodala, JTA, Gary Payton, Young Glove, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody. We can keep going on and on, bro. We can keep going. And then you got Clay and James Wiseman sitting on the bench. Now, when they come back, I'm expecting the rookies to go out of the rotation, but they have been stupidly locked in. Defensively, lock your ass up. Offense, move, ball movement, player movement, cut, smart basketball. That's where the Warriors strive at. And the roster wasn't at last year and 2 years ago. They didn't have all the high IQ players that are familiar with the system or are good fits for the system. And credit to Andrew Wiggins. I'm going to give some credit to Andrew Wiggins. He done worked himself into being a part of that system and playing really, really well. Jonathan Kuminga has had good minutes. I haven't seen too much from Moses Moody, but Moses Moody seems like the type of he'll fit into that rotation. It's a bit harder for the rookies because you can't really make mistakes on a team like this because they'll pull you out the game. But Warriors, all in all, have been splendid, bro. Like, I love watching them play. So, that's it for the surprising teams. Surprising players. Well, pleasant surprise players. Miles Bridges, I talked about him in the video before. It's his world. We're just living in it. He's averaging 21 points a game. Doing his stud thizzle, trying to get the new contract with the Hornets. Then after that, my boy, if you didn't go check out the 8 players that'll blow up, we're going to put that card right here too. Jordan Poole. He had 32 tonight. He been averaging 17 a game. Yes, he's exciting. He's electric. He will piss you off sometimes with the stupid stuff that he does. But Jordan Poole is one of the more fun players in the NBA. One of the fun young guns, you know what I'm saying? And another guard, Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson been hooping, bro. As we speak, before I started recording, they're playing the Suns. He torched them. He's torching them. He torched them on Wednesday night. Credit to Jason Kidd. He been putting the ball in his hands, giving him confidence, letting the ball roll, doing things of that nature. And I also want to give him credit for Frank Ntilikina. Frank Ntilikina looked like a whole new man on the Mavericks. Whole new dude. And I'm excited to see where the Mavs go going forward, what their ceiling could be for this season, because Jason Kidd got some of these players playing really, really good, bro. Really good, bro. 2 more players I got. I got my boy Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony has been one of the bright spots for the Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic are at the bottom of the East, probably what? I want to say like 13th or something like that. They're like 5-11 or something, 5-12 or something like that. But they got some sneaky wins. They didn't beat the Jazz. I'm pretty sure they beat the Knicks twice. They were in a game tonight with the Nets. They lost by like 3 points. And Cole Anthony has been that man. He's been that man, bro. Averaging 20 a game, 25-5 in his second year. And I knew Cole was a really good player coming into college from high school at Oak Hill. He was already a pro in high school. But after that year at North Carolina, it didn't go well. He dropped to 15. He's with Orlando. There's a bunch of guards there. But he seemed to separate himself from that bunch, and he's that dude for them. And lastly, my motherfucking guy, Lonzo Ball. Lonzo. He seems to have found the right situation for him, his skill set and everything like that with the Chicago Bulls. He is not a scorer. He's not supposed to give you 25, 20 points a game. That's not him. He's going to get 10, 8, and 8 and be perfectly effective, hitting threes, getting like all these hit-ahead passes, and playing defense. That's what you need. That's what Lonzo provides to your team. You don't need him to get 20 points a game or be a spot-up shooter all the time. He can be a spot-up shooter when you're in the half court, and he's improved that. He's shooting about 45% from the 3, you know what I'm saying, and averaging about 12, 5, and 5 a game. So, let's go wrap it up for the pleasant surprises. We're gonna see what we're going into next. What teams is legit? All right, man. So, moving on from players, we're going to go strictly to teams. Who's legit? Who been legit so far? Number one, obviously, is the Warriors. We just talked about them, so we're going to put them at the top, move on down. Number two, Miami Heat. Miami Heat, in my opinion, have been superb so far. They got off to a blazing start. They lost a couple games. They evened out a little bit, but they're still an elite defensive team. Elite defensively. And Jimmy Butler, I didn't mention him in my honorable mentions for MVP, but he's been playing at an MVP level. He's been aggressive. He's been getting to the line. He's been getting easy baskets. He's been creating. Tyler Hero, top of the list, 6th man of the year already, off top. You know what I'm saying? Bam Adebayo, excellent. PJ Tucker, excellent. The only downside they had so far was Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson hasn't been delivering so far on his big contract yet, but sometimes it is what it is and stuff like that. Eric Spoelstra got the boys running. You know what I'm saying? That boy Markieff got into a little kerfuffle with Nikola Jokic last week. He's been out since, but I really like the cut of Miami's jib. They're going to be a legit team. Moving on from them. Phoenix Suns. The Suns are in the midst of a 10-game win streak. Now you're talking about a team that went to the NBA Finals last year and brought everybody back. So, like, what else you want me to say? They were in the finals last year, bro. Like, they started off slow, and then they just turned it up. Their defense been elite. JaVale McGee, outside of like the obvious, the Chris Paul and Devin Booker and Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson always being excellent, and Monty Williams coaching his ass off, JaVale McGee has been good. Frank Kaminsky has been good. Oh my goodness, I want to give them a little round of applause. Shout out to y'all. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it pushing because this video is starting to get a little bit long. And finally, the Chicago Bulls. We talked about Lonzo, the big three. Lonzo, we haven't even gotten to the fourth player or the third best player in this Fantastic Four. We already talked about Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Lonzo Ball. Great. Get Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan will give your ass nuggets, boy. And Lonzo's gonna get everybody organized, play defense, get hit-aheads, things of that nature, do the little tiny things. Vucevic has been out with he's been sick. I'm not gonna say he's been sick. So we're waiting on him to get back. He had a bit of a slow start. It's going to take some time for him to get adjusted. But once he gets back in the lineup, I want to see how they integrate him into the system because they need somebody to dump the ball to, slow the game down, and get baskets because they can't rely on DeMar and Zach LaVine to create every single thing. Patrick Williams is out. That sucks. But they've gotten contributions. Alex Caruso. Shout out to the glue guys, Alex Caruso, Derrick Jones Jr., Ayo Dosunmu, Javonte Green. Shout out to them for it. They've been the glue. They've been to keep everything together, make the little plays happen, keep everything together, bro. So that's it for the teams that look legit. Some teams you don't want to sleep on: Utah Jazz, Washington Wizards, like I mentioned before, as well as Denver Nuggets. And I don't want you to sleep on the Mavs either. I feel something special with the Mavs. Don't sleep on them either. You know what I'm saying? And in the East, I haven't said anything about the Bucks. They've been hurt a lot, but Giannis is still that man. He gave AD and the Lakers 47 last night, or on Wednesday night. He's that man. So don't sleep on the Bucks either, bro. All right, we got two more things we're gonna do, and then we're gonna get up out your face. So this is a little side note from either a team or something like that. This is an individual moments. Who's had the best performance so far this season? Drop down in the comments down below who you think has had the best performance so far. You know what I'm saying? Number one, talk about my boy Shea. Now, I wish I would have recorded my reaction to it on my phone because I am a nerd about basketball. I get emotionally invested in basketball. And watching that young man do what he did in Staples Center and pulled his pants down and showed his ass. Like, it's amazing, dog. I still don't have words for it, bro. Like, he came in there 27. Let me make sure I got my numbers right. 28 points, 6 assists, 52% from the field, 57 from 3. And my highlights is the ones in the fourth quarter when he got the ISO and he gets to the lane, he and loops it around Russ and AD for the lay. And obviously that logo shot, and then he goes to the bench and tells Ty Jerome, I'm him. So that's a candidate. You know what I'm saying? Number two, Steph Curry against the Bulls. 40 points, 9 threes. Really, I put this one on here out of all of them because they're all of the same ilk. But this one created one of the most iconic photos ever. I'm gonna put it on the screen. That's one of the most iconic photos ever. It's gonna go down in NBA history, NBA lore. Shout out to the photographer who did that a year ago. And number 3, Luka Doncic against the Boston Celtics. 33, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 57% shooting, 50% from 3. Game winning step back, one leg 3. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my reaction on the screen so you can see how much of a nerd and an idiot I am about basketball. So enjoy that. Here we go. They're going to let him go one-on-one. The step back coming. Oh my God! Oh my God! And lastly, man, wrap it up. We're gonna talk about the young rooks. Who looks special? Now, starting this off, I'm gonna go with Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley has looked special, looked generational. We've talked about him already on the channel. Cavs video. He has the tools to be an all-time great defender. He has excellent feel for the game. Good shooting touch that hasn't fallen yet. He's able to clean up, lob threat, defender, can defend on the perimeter and at the rim. Can't defend in the post because he's not strong enough, but hey, he still got the length to block your shot or deter your shot. Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes was one of my favorite players in this draft because of his energy. Like, it's not more so of his skill level. Well, obviously his skill level was there, but the reason I love Scotty Barnes is because of his energy. His energy is infectious. His fervor for the game is infectious. And his I can't explain why I love Scotty Barnes. I just love Scotty Barnes. He's been excellent. I didn't expect him to be scoring like this in the league. He's averaging 16 points a game. I didn't expect that, bro. I didn't. So, salute to you, my boy. Number 4, Chris Duarte. Chris Duarte is on the Pacers. Like I said, the Pacers, not a big fan of. But in the action that I seen him, the very limited action, boy, he been getting to it. He been getting to it, boy. That's all I got. He been getting to it. He averaged about 15 points a game. You know what I'm saying? About 2-3 assists, couple rebounds. But he'll get to it now. He'll get to it. Number 4, we're gonna talk about Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner has been splendid for the Magic, bro. He's been really, really good. He's your typical plug and play guy. Same with the ilk of a Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, like players like that. I can't think of like too many others, but really high IQ players, shoot the 3, defend, make plays, make quick decisions. You can put the ball in their hands in some situations and trust them. And he's had some monster games. He had 28 against the Wolves and a crazy poster on Jay Vando, my guy, Kentucky guy. Jay Vando and another Kentucky guy, Cat. Y'all can't be getting dunked on like that, but he be doing that. And last but not least, the number 1 pick, Cade Cunningham. I'm planning on making a video on Cade and how good he's been, bro. So I'm going to keep that in the tuck. And we're going to discuss a couple more. We're going to talk about Jalen Green. Jalen Green has been what I expected. I wasn't expecting him to come out and set the world on fire because of the type of player he's built as. He's a smaller, skinnier guy. He's explosive, so he can score. He can shoot the ball really well. It hasn't been falling as of right now yet. He's starting to get to the line. It started off rough, but he done had some good games now. He done had 30 once. He done had a few 20s. He done had some dunks. He done got into it. He's been fun to watch in the time that I've seen the Rockets, but the Rockets aren't wholly too fun to watch. They need to be reined in, but they don't want to play John Wall. I want to play John Wall. I'm going to give a couple flowers to Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey been good for the Thunder. He's been a really, really high IQ playmaker. A guy that picks his spots really well. What other rookies do I want to show some love? Ayo Dosunmu, 2nd round pick love. Ayo has been great for the Bulls, bro. He's been great, bro. He's been great, man. I'm gonna check my notes. Hold on. Do I have anybody else going down? Oh, Davion Mitchell. Off night. Davion Mitchell and the things that I've seen from him so far. Even though I was skeptical of the pick of him, I still am. But the King's going king. You know what I'm saying? The Kings are gonna king. Fire Lou Walton, by the way. The King's going king, but he's been good. off night has been off night on defense. He's shown what he can do on offense with that hella quick first step. He's making good decisions. He's been knocking down shots. He's been good, bro. So that's really all I got. You know what I'm saying, for the rookies. And that concludes the check-in. We're going to come back in about another 20 games or so, 15, 20 games. We're going to check in. That's the point of this, to check in. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty self-explanatory. But if you made it this far, leave a comment down below. Let me know you finished the video, because if you're finishing the video, I appreciate you, because this video probably going to be long. I didn't want it to be this long, but it's long. Yeah, man. Other than that, man, new videos coming out next week. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, but until next time, man, stay cozy. You know what I'm saying?